Hi guys! Today I want to show you how to make this cute octopus. This is one side and mean face. Does it look mean? Hope it does. It is soft, it is plush. It is rather large. I was asked to make it large, and it's like a soft pillow, quite a decent size. I can even tell you the size. Oops. If I measure it like this, it is 11 inches or 29 centimeters. And the height of it will be 20 centimeters or 8 inches. So this is rather large, but it's so cute, it's so good. And I wanted to mention at the beginning of the video that this will be my giveaway to say thank you to my subscribers. It will be one, I'm very sorry, but I will make couple more. I've got some yarn left if you want to buy it from my Etsy shop. And we will be making the little version of it later. So for this octopus I was using baby yarn, pink one and blue. It is 100 gram 95 meters polyester. This is cheap version of Bernard. Any plush yarn will do. And I have to say sorry straight away because you will not really see much stitches. You will not see stitches like you do for normal yarn, because I didn't see them myself. Basically all you have to, you just feel most of the time and just guess they're there. For eyes I was using Sugnet Chunky with hook. What hook? This 4 mils, and this is the hook I was using to make the body octopus, 6 mils. I used some filling to fill up tentacles. You will also need some safety pins and stitch marker and a little bit of white yarn to make those little white dots on eyes. This is basically it. How much yarn I've used? I'm pretty sure I used 1 ball, but I will quickly make another one and put it down in comments if it took more than 1 ball. I think it took just 1 ball. This video is a rather long video because I was trying to cover everything: how to make tentacles, how to stitch them to the body, how to make those eyes and stitch them, how to make mouth. I covered every little bit. If you like long tutorial, give me a shout, or if you just would rather just quickly see how I make it, I want to see your opinion. And let's get started. So as I said, this is first part, and second part I will finish it. The main part will be probably how to stitch it together and decorate it, making eyes and mouth, because this is basically the main part, how to make cute toys. Alright, let's get going. Did I mention that it will be another octopus in my Etsy store, and it will be written pattern in my Etsy store if you want one. And I'm starting with crocheting tentacles. I will crochet it in 2 colors straight away, so half will be blue, half will be pink. I will show you how to change colors in amigurumi if you did not know. And this is basically basic pattern for the circle, but because my hook is smaller than the recommended for this yarn, I've deliberately done it, because if you put the stuffing you will not see it through your stitches. But you can use any yarn or any hook. The size of octopus will depend on it. It could be larger or it could be smaller. I believe the pattern is the same for cotton yarn, but I've decided to make quite large one with plush yarn. So this is brand new ball. This is one end, and let's fish out the end from inside. Carefully, carefully. And you just feel what is inside, kind of open it up. Sometimes it's impossible to fish out the other end, but sometimes, there you are. If I start from the end, if I start knitting with the end from the inside, my ball will not roll around and give me bad tension. I will just fish out the end from here. It helps a lot when you crochet. I will start with magic circle or magic loop with blue yarn. And the magic circle is basically a slip knot, but not tight. This is not your first single crochet, this is just a first, like a first loop, first stitch, or it doesn't even count as a stitch. This is just the beginning. Now I have to make 3 single crochets in blue. 1, 2, and 3. Third stitch I will finish with pink. This is correct change of color to finish the single crochet with different color. And I will hold those both ends together with magic loop and make 3 single crochets in pink. 1, 2, 3. Finish third one with blue. I will pull blue end to close my magic loop. I have 6 stitches. Now you have to identify your first stitch. It's hard to see, but you can feel it, and you have to know that it should be 3 over here. So into the first single crochet I will place 2 single crochets, then 2 single crochet into the next stitch, 2 single crochet into the next stitch, but finish your last single crochet with pink. Then I will have to do the same for pink. 2 single crochets into each stitch. 1, 2 single crochet into the next stitch, and 2 single crochets into the next stitch, and finish your single crochet with blue. This is the end of row 2. Now when you change the colors, you will have those loops across. To avoid that, while you are using pink, you will have to hold blue one at the back. While you are using blue, you will have to hold pink one at the back. I will show you how to do it. I'm using blue and I'm holding pink along. The pattern for this row will be 1 single crochet and increase. So 1 single crochet and increase. Next stitch, 2 single crochets, 1, 2, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet into the next stitch. And again 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets into the next stitch. Finish single crochet with pink and do exactly the same for pink yarn, holding blue one along, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet into the next stitch. One single crochet and 2 single crochets into the next stitch, and finish the row 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet into the next stitch. You can crochet along with me. You can slow the speed of this video. It could be just in settings. Some people have 3 white dots on a screen, and if you click on it, you can make this video twice slower and crochet along with me. So we are at the end of row 3. First row we had 6 stitches, second row 12 stitches. Row 3 we have 18 stitches. And this is inside. You see, I was holding pink yarn, I was holding blue yarn. So the pattern for row 4 will be 2 single crochets and increase. So holding pink at the back, starting with blue. 1, 2, and 2 single crochet into the next stitch. 1, 2, next stitch 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet into the next stitch, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets into the next stitch. Finish this last single crochet with pink. The problem with this method is that you can see this pink yarn through sometimes, and what you can do to avoid this, first option is when you finish the row or even in the middle of the row, you can pull this slightly to have more tension with pink yarn. Or second option, you're not holding it all the way along, you just let it go, and you can pick it every 3-4 stitches. Let me show you how to do it. So I'm finishing blue and I continue with the pattern for this row 1, 1, 2. So 1, I will not hold blue, 1, but then I will take blue for this stitch. I'm making 2 single crochets into the same stitch, then I let go of blue and make 2 stitches, 1, 1, and then I pick blue and make 2 single crochets into the same stitch. Again, let go of blue and do 1, 1, maybe I will pick this time, and the last 2 stitches, and finish the row with blue. This is the end of row 4, and if I don't hold blue all the way, You see, you can't see those blue through pink. At the back it will look like this, so it will be fine because it will be inside. This is your choice, your option. If your yarn will be seen through, I would suggest do it this way. I have 12 stitches blue, 12 stitches pink, so it will be no increase, no decrease. 1 single crochet in each stitch. So I need to make 12 blue, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Finish it with pink and continue in pink. 12 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. And like this, I will make 2 more rows. Row 8 I will start making decrease. The pattern will be 3 single crochets and decrease. 1, 2, 3, 'and decrease. Pick the front loop of both stitches and make 1 single crochet. Again, 1, 2, 3, and decrease. Pick the front loops of both stitches and make a single crochet. Again, this is the stitch when I had decrease, so I'm going for next stitch. Sometimes it happens, that's fine. 1 and 2, and 3, and decrease. Here it was 1, 2, 3, and then decrease, so I've changed the color in the middle of my pattern. I will continue the row. 1, 2, and pick the blue sometimes. 3, and decrease. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I've got 4 single crochets left at the end of the row. Finish the row with blue. And at the end of this row, you should have 20 stitches if you want to count. Row 9, the pattern is 2 single crochets and decrease. 1, 2, decrease. And again 1, 2, decrease. Again it will be 1, pick those pink sometimes, 2, you finish this part with pink and decrease. Watch this part carefully. I've made 2 blue and decrease in pink. Continue the pattern. 1, 2 and decrease. I pick this blue sometimes. And once again 1, 2 and decrease. Finish single crochet with blue. At the end of this row you will have 15 stitches. If you want to put the filling, the stuffing, this is the time to do it. And one last row. The pattern will be 2 single crochets and decrease. We'll start with blue. One. Let's check that this is the correct stitch. Yes, this is first stitch. 1, 1. And decrease. Yeah, it's getting harder. Again 1, 1. And decrease. Oops, I need to finish this part with pink. And now for pink side, 1, 1 and decrease. And again 1, 1, and I haven't got the last stitch to finish my pattern. I have 1 single crochet left and I will finish it with slip stitch. And you can cut the yarn. And over here I should have 12 stitches. Now you will have to make 8 of those little balls. I've made 4, 6. I will make 2 more and then we will make the base of the octopus. And to make the body, you need to make it in 2 colors. I've made in blue. And now I want to show you how to make it in pink. It should be exactly the same. So magic circle or magic loop. This is not the first stitch, remember. 6 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Close your magic loop. Next row, 2 single crochets in each stitch. First stitch, and I will use a stitch marker. Two in the first stitch, 2 in the second stitch, and 2 single crochet in the next stitch. Two single crochets into the next stitch, 2 single crochets into the next stitch. At the end of the row you should have 12 stitches. Normally I don't put a stitch marker, I just count 12, but let's count now. Those stitches are hardly to be seen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You better feel it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You feel those bumps. Okay. Row 3. It will be again 2 single crochet into each stitch. This is not the proper amigurumi circle, not the right amigurumi circle, because I have to adjust this pattern with my yarn and for my yarn and for my hook. One and second single crochet into the same stitch. 2 single crochet into the next stitch. I will just count 24. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14, 15, and 16, 17. Now I have 24 stitches. Row 4, the pattern 2 single crochets and increase. Two and increase. 1, 2, and increase. One, 2, and increase. At the end of the row I have 32 stitches all around. Next row, 3 single crochets and increase. Mark your first stitch. 1, 2, 3, and increase. Again, 1, 2, 3, and increase. You will have 40 stitches at the end of row 5. Row 6, the pattern is 4 single crochets and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase 2 single crochet into the same stitch. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and increase 2 single crochet into the same stitch. At the end of the row you will have 48 stitches. Next row the pattern will be 4 single crochet and increase. But looking at my circle I can see that those edges start forming. This is clearly where you did increases, so I want to move the beginning of the row between those increases to this stitch. So my first increase will be here. I'm making 1 single crochet and increase. And then I will go according to the pattern, 4 single crochets and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. And again 4 single crochets and increase. 1, 2, 3, 4, and increase. After the end of row 7 you have 58 stitches, and with these 58 stitches I will make row 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 7 rows, 58 stitches. Let's make now row 15, and the pattern for it will be 5 single crochets and decrease. First stitch marker, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decrease. And again 5 single crochets, 2, 3, 4, 5, and decrease. And I will do it all the way till the end of the row. I've made 8 times decreases, and at the end of the row, this is my last decrease, I'm left with 2 single crochets. And I should have 50 stitches all around. Row 16, I will place first single crochet, stitch marker, and I have 50 stitches and I want to end up with 48, so I need to decrease 2 stitches only. So I will make 23 single crochet, decrease, and then it will be another 23 single crochet and decrease, and at the end of the row I should have 48 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 23 and decrease, and then 23 single crochets and decrease will be at the end of the row. I've got this stitch here. Let me show how I deal with it. I will try to leave it on the other end inside. So you don't pull your stitch, you just leave it over there. And even if this stitch is a little bit larger, that will be fine. That's all. Sometimes you've got knots in your yarn, and that's fine about it, nothing you can do about it. And you just carry on. I've made 23 single crochets and I've got 2 stitches left. So this is my second decrease in this row. And I have 48 stitches all around. I will not make any more decreases. I will go with one row of 48 single crochets. 1 single crochet into each stitch. Don't forget to put your stitch marker. And this will be the last row for pink base. And now I've got pink base ready. I've got blue base ready. So now I have to kind of attach them together. First I want to tie those ends. And now this is right side and this is right side. The question is which part, pink or blue, to make an angry face. Not quite sure. Another question is, do I need to put stuffing inside the base? I saw people were doing it, but I've crocheted it quite thick. I don't think it needs any stuffing. This is pink side. If I turn it inside out, this is quite thick, quite solid. I've made it very well. Did I tell you that it's gonna be a giveaway? I'm nearly my 2000 subscribers and I thank you guys for watching me. But it would be even better if you subscribe to my channel. So this is, if I make this nicely, you will not really make it nicely when you just use it, but what I want to point that this holds shape. You don't really need to put any stuffing inside. I mean, if you put the stuffing inside, it will kind of, be a blob, one blob somewhere, or a few blobs somewhere. So it's your choice. I don't think I will put any stuffing inside. Right now, I think I will make pink one is my smiley face, and blue one will be angry. So I've got pink face, and now I would like to attach tentacles. This one I've already attached. Maybe I was in a hurry to do that, but never mind. Let's try to attach tentacles. Tentacles, I've got 12 stitches around, so 6 and 6.